The global music scene witnessed a historic moment this week as Kim Taehyung, better known by his stage name V of BTS, clinched one of the most prestigious international music awards for his first ever solo music project. The awards ceremony, held in London on August 28, 2025, became an unforgettable night not only for the artist himself, but also for millions of fans worldwide who have followed his journey from a beloved member of BTS to a recognized soloist. The recognition represents more than just another accolade for the BTS member. It marks a defining chapter in the history of K-pop's global expansion. V's solo work, which critics describe as a blend of soulful vulnerability and refined artistry, has officially established him as a force to be reckoned with in the world music industry. The atmosphere at the Royal Albert Hall, where the ceremony was held, was electric. Hundreds of invited guests, including international artists, producers, and critics, rose to their feet as Taehyung's name was announced. At the same moment, millions of fans across different time zones tuned into the live broadcast, their emotions flooding social media platforms instantly. For Taehyung, who debuted with BTS in 2013 under Big Hit Entertainment, the award was more than recognition for one album. It was the culmination of over a decade of hard work, countless performances, and a leap of courage into uncharted waters as a solo artist. The award Taehyung received was the International Artist of the Year at the Global Music Honors 2025, an annual celebration that recognizes outstanding contributions to music across genres and continents. What makes this particular achievement remarkable is the fact that Taehyung was the first Korean soloist to ever win the title in the award show's 30-year history. The Global Music Honors, GMH, often compared to the Grammy Awards in terms of prestige, places emphasis not only on commercial success, but also on artistic innovation and cultural impact. According to the jury, V's album, titled Ethereal, demonstrated a rare blend of emotional depth, cross-cultural resonance, and musical experimentation. Released earlier this year, Ethereal topped global charts in over 40 countries within its first week. The album's lead single, Lunar Serenade, broke streaming records on platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music, while its accompanying music video amassed more than 200 million views within the first month. Beyond numbers, the project has been hailed as an exploration of identity, love, and self-discovery, narratives that transcended language barriers and touched listeners worldwide. Dr. Emilia Rodriguez, one of the GMH panel members, shared in a press conference after the ceremony. What set Taehyung apart this year was not only the quality of his vocals, but also the sincerity of his storytelling. He brought Korean artistry into a global framework without losing authenticity, and that is a rare feat. The ceremony itself highlighted Taehyung's artistry. Instead of merely accepting the trophy, he performed a stripped-down live rendition of Lunar Serenade accompanied by a string quartet. The performance was intimate, emotional, and widely described as the defining performance of the night. Media outlets from Rolling Stone to The Guardian headlined his win the following morning, framing it as a watershed moment for Asian artists on the international stage. As Taehyung walked onto the stage to receive his award, the audience erupted in applause. Wearing a sleek black velvet suit designed by a Parisian haute couture brand, he looked both elegant and visibly emotional. His usually calm demeanor was softened by a trembling smile, and when he began his acceptance speech, his voice carried both gratitude and disbelief. "This feels surreal," he began. His words met with cheers. 10 years ago, I was just a boy who loved music and dreamed of sharing it with the world. I never imagined that one day I would stand here alone, representing not only myself, but also the incredible people who supported me along the way. He then went on to thank his BTS bandmates who, despite pursuing individual activities, continue to show unwavering support for one another. To my brothers in BTS, you are always my strength. Without you, I wouldn't be here tonight. Taehyung also dedicated the award to ARMY, the global fandom of BTS. This award belongs to you, ARMY. You were with me through every step, through every doubt, every fear, and every joy. I hope my music can give you even a fraction of the love you've given me. The sincerity of his words resonated deeply with the audience, and many attendees were moved to tears. The camera panned across the venue, capturing fellow musicians applauding with admiration. On social media, fans immediately began trending hashtags, such as #VGlobalArtist and #ProudOfTaehyung, which collectively gathered millions of posts within just a few hours. After the ceremony, Taehyung was interviewed backstage by BBC Music, where he revealed that he initially doubted whether his solo work would be accepted globally. When I first started working on Ethereal, I was afraid. I asked myself, will people understand me outside of BTS? Will they accept my colors, my style? Tonight, I realized that music speaks louder than fear. He concluded the interview with a promise that he was only at the beginning of his solo journey. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of a new chapter. I want to keep creating music that feels honest, that connects people no matter where they come from. No news about BTS or its members is ever complete without mentioning ARMY, the powerful and passionate fandom that has been the heartbeat of the group since its debut. When Taehyung's win was announced, the online world exploded with euphoria. Fans from Seoul to Sao Paulo, Jakarta to Johannesburg, united in a virtual celebration that transformed social media platforms into a sea of purple hearts. On X, formerly Twitter, hashtags such as #VGlobalArtist, Our Ethereal V, and #ProudOfTaehyung quickly trended at the top in more than 70 countries. Within just 3 hours, the main hashtag, #VGlobalArtist, surpassed 10 million mentions, a testament to the scale of ARMY's devotion and coordination. In Seoul, fans gathered in cafes and community centers to watch the broadcast live. Videos circulating online showed entire groups bursting into tears of joy as Taehyung's name was called. In New York City, a fan collective even rented a public screen in Times Square to showcase highlights of Taehyung's journey, from his earliest BTS performances to clips from his ethereal music videos. Passersby stopped to watch, many unaware of who he was, but soon captivated by the sight of cheering fans and the visuals of his artistry. "It feels like our own brother has won this award," said Aisha Rahman in an interview with a local TV station. "We've been with him since his early days in BTS. We saw him grow, and now the whole world finally recognizes what we've always known. He is extraordinary." The joy was not just emotional, but also creative. ARMY members are known for their immense talent in art, writing, and video editing. Within hours of his win, hundreds of fan-made artworks depicting Taehyung with his award began circulating online. Digital artists crafted portraits in every style imaginable, from hyper-realism to anime aesthetics, while fan editors created video tributes syncing his acceptance speech with BTS songs that held special meaning. Moreover, charity projects under the banner of ARMY were launched almost immediately. A fan group in the Philippines announced they would donate to children's education programs under Taehyung's name. Meanwhile, a collective in Brazil initiated a tree planting campaign called Ethereal Forest, symbolizing growth, music, and love for the environment, all inspired by the themes of Taehyung's album. The scale of ARMY's response once again highlighted their unique bond with BTS. Unlike many fan bases, ARMY has consistently intertwined their celebrations with social impact, making their presence felt both online and offline. Taehyung's award win did not only stir fans, but also drew attention from across the global music industry. Prominent musicians, producers, and critics voiced their admiration, placing Taehyung in the spotlight as a serious solo artist.
Ed Sheeran, who has collaborated with BTS in the past, posted on Instagram, "Big congratulations to V. Always knew this man had a voice that could break barriers. What he's done with Ethereal is truly inspiring." Adele, known for her soulful ballads, mentioned Taehyung in a backstage interview at the same award ceremony. "I watched his performance tonight. It was beautiful, honest, and full of emotion. That's what music is about, and he has it." From the critic side, reviews were glowing. Rolling Stone described Taehyung's win as a historic victory that underscores the shifting power dynamics in the music industry, where K-pop idols are no longer confined to genre stereotypes, but are breaking into artistic frontiers. The New York Times published an editorial praising the depth of Ethereal, saying, "It's not just a pop album, it's a body of work that blends jazz, R&B, and modern experimental sounds into something deeply personal, yet universally relatable."